welcome to the next video. Today we are doing Wizard. We did not get a young hero in this one, so you're stuck with Kano. Probably until Monarch comes out, who knows? Let's see. So, once again, reprint for Kano with a Flesh and Blood backing on him, as well as his weapon. So let's just go through it and rehash. Instant, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a non-attack action card, you may banish it. If you do, you may play it this turn as though it were an instant. So pretty effective ability. Yeah, let's get on to the Crucible. Once per turn instant, the next card you play this turn with an effect that deals arcane damage instead deals that much arcane damage +1. So you're paying 1 for it. I found it pretty effective in Blitz, and no doubt, yeah, the arcane damage is just crazy, absolutely crazy. But we don't really see any attack action cards from Kano. So, Aether Conduit. Once per turn action, pay 2, deal 2 arcane damage to target hero. Oh, see, this is great. Aether Conduit. It just deals the damage. Yeah, you don't need any other card doing it. The next card you play this turn with an effect that deals arcane damage, which is most of them, instead deals that much arcane damage +1. But this is your Lightning Bolt. Yeah, just goes across and deals the 2 damage. I like it. It costs a 2, two-handed. Yeah. Which one would I pick? Ooh. Really depends on how my deck is made up and how I manage the resources. If resources are tight, obviously Crucible of Aetherweave, but I lean towards this Aether Conduit. Nothing like a Lightning Bolt, direct damage to a hero. But it's an action. That's the difference as well. Look at that. So this is an instant, possibly a lot more useful as an instant. This is an action. It is quite nice. Sorry about that. Business never stops. So deal 2 arcane damage to target hero as an action. It's a tough one. I think I'm leaning towards a Crucible of Aetherweave. Yeah. All right. Let's get on with it. Metacarpus Node. Whenever you play a card with an effect that deals arcane damage, you may pay 1 resource. If you do, the effect deals that much arcane damage +1. And at the beginning of the end phase, destroy Metacarpus Node. All right. If you're probably good for an end game, like it doesn't block. It's got Arcane Barrier, which is good. You may pay 1. If you do, that effect deals that much arcane damage +1. And at the beginning of your end phase, destroy Metacarpus Node. Look, if there's something that they're not expecting and you can get a +1 plus Crucible, potentially, it's good, especially with a lot of equipment only having Arcane Barrier 1. The arcane attacks really can be an issue for people, and Arcane Barrier, yeah, it would be dealt arcane damage. You may pay 1 instead. If you do, prevent 1 arcane damage from that source will deal. Yeah, it can get hard to protect from arcane damage, so anything pumping that is obviously a good thing. I'd have to play more to see how relevant this was for my style of play. It's in a Majestic slot, potentially pretty powerful. All right, Chain Lightning, love it. All right, so it's 2 pitch, 1 cost, 3 defense, very good. You may play your next wizard non-attack action card this turn as though it were an instant. So this is an action. If you've played another wizard non-attack action card this turn, deal 3 damage to each opposing hero. I love this. So tackled the cards before where it had do 2 to a hero and then 2 to a hero. So very much they're opening up the cards to play like with multiplayer, and I really do like that. One of my favorite games being Vampire, you play, it's a multiplayer game, so I can see this working really well. Look at that. So deal 3 arcane damage to each opposing hero. That's fantastic ability. If you're on a table with 3 other players, 4 other players, that's critical. You can sway the game so much. Now, this is an action, a wizard action, so you do want something that allows the next thing to be played as an instant, or you want go again on this one, or an extra action point. All right, Gaze the Ages. I haven't really seen this card, but automatically looking at it, I love it. It's 3 pitch, 0 cost, 3 defense. It's all bonus from here. Let's take a look. Op 2, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may put them on the top or bottom in any order. I love it. You are starting to get some strategy there in regards to what's happening with your deck. And if you've played another wizard non-attack action card this turn, put Gaze the Ages into your hand as it resolves. Wow. So not only do you get to play it as a 0, and if you've played another non-attack action, you get to put it in your hand and then pitch it for energy. What a fantastic card. Wizard players, if you're playing, you need to get this card in foil. I think this is a fantastic card. Awesome. I feel like I'm losing my voice on these things. Anyway, let's keep going on. Aetherize, one of the last of the single cards, it looks like. Blue pitch, cost 1, negate target instant card with a cost of 1 or less. This card does not resolve, put it in its owner's graveyard. Fantastic. So it has to be an instant. Yeah, look, this is a good card. You just need to be coming up against an opponent that you know is going to be using instant. So I would see this as a sideboard card, not as a main deck card. Look, it's not doing any attack. It's doing nothing on defense. If you kept it main board, great card for using it for the pitch value. Yeah, but what else is it doing? Stopping the instant cards, which, okay, all right. Let me just get back to a deck that I know. Just quickly, I'm going through this. Won't be a moment. Going back to my Ninja just to see some cards in that. That's Ira. Here we go, getting onto Ninja. One of their main attacks. Mainly what I'm looking for is the attack reaction. Yeah, Ninja attack reaction card. So they're not even instant, so you can't really even do it with them. Wow. Yeah, sideboard card for me, unless I actually start playing Kano a little bit more effectively and see more of a use for this. In a Majestic slot, let's get on to the first of our 3 tricolour cards. There seems to be a few cards to go. Right, let's see. Cindering Foresight. If it's not your turn, you may play Cindering Foresight as though it were an instant. Wow. So I've been alluding to the fact that there's certain cards that have alluded to taking damage on your turn. This seems to be it coming up against Kano. So if it's not your turn, you may play it. The next card, you play this turn with an effect that deals arcane damage, instead deals that much arcane damage plus 1. Opt 3, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Now obviously that will come down to 2 and 1 for the opt. 0 pitch, 2 defense. Look, the defense could be better, but the next card you play this turn with an effect that deals that much arcane damage plus 1. So there's a perfect card to play as blue in Wizard. Get your pitch happening. The 2 defense could be better, but it is a 0 cost. And yeah, very interesting. Let's see what other cards come up. Foreboding Bolt, deal 3 arcane damage to target hero as an action, and you get to opt 1. Look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top or bottom. It's another ping damage, another little lightning bolt. It's good if you're running around with the other weapon and you're running around with this. You haven't got actions to play, or other actions to play, you just direct damage the opponent. Yeah, just straightforward damage without being a wizard attack action, really. That's all it is. So useful, Yeah, no, it is useful, especially getting to look at that top card and deciding. Very good. Rousing Aether. Deal 4 arcane damage to target hero. I like it. The next card you would play this turn with an effect that deals arcane damage instead deals that much arcane damage +1. What is the difference between Rousing Aether in the different colors? And that is how much arcane damage it does from the start. 3 defense. Look, even at a blue, you can be throwing the 2 damage out there, giving your next attack +1. Pretty good. Look, overall, it's a balanced card. It does cost 2, which is my worry in regards to this. So, not sure how it would fit in. Well, we're already at our last cards, people. Oh, jeez. I thought there were more cards in this. Snapback. Deal 3 arcane damage to target hero. If you have played another wizard non-attack action card this turn, you may play Snapback as though it were an instant. So, fantastic. Dealing 3 arcane damage to target hero as an instant. Ooh. All these cards are crazy, especially playing it as an instant in the middle of another attack that is yet to resolve as well. Thereby, they can only protect so much arcane damage from their equipment. So really take a look at this. Don't see it as another action. Take it as an instant at the time of the attack. You can only protect so much, yeah? Especially with your equipment. So yeah, this is a fantastic card. Pay 1, defense of 3. Look, even at a blue, doing that 1 extra. But you really want this at red. Nah, fully red Snapback. Very good. Yeah. Look, I've only played Kano once myself. I played it in Blitz format, starting off with 15 life. It was crazy hard, but I was coming up against Viserai. So Arcane onto Arcane became quite hard, especially with the 5 difference in life. Yeah, now these are quite good cards. Cindering Foresight, I think, gets a medal from me. Most valuable player, possibly Snapback in this regard. Oh, and don't forget Gaze of Ages. What a fantastic looking card. Undecided on Metacarpus as well as Aether Conduit. I still think I'm sitting with Crucible here. All right. Hope that has given some insight into the cards. Ignore everything I've said because it's probably all wrong. Wizard players, let me know on the comments. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy.